listening to the Photobomb Podcast with the world's greatest photographers, Booray and Gary.
So we have a question written in from a listener to talk about today before we wrap things up. And so this is right up our alley. Jimmy writes in, I need a new camera body, and I'm having trouble deciding. I'm trying to decide if I should go with the Canon 5D Mark IV or the newer and cheaper EOS R with lens adapter. I'm using the Mark II right now.
Well,
what are your thoughts?
Well, I have thoughts, but I feel you are the person to answer this question in great detail because you own both of those cameras. You don't own the R.
Right,
but you own the 4. I own the 3. Okay, so you're on the cusp, and you've got to make the decision: do I stay with the DSLR, or do I go ahead and make the jump to mirrorless?
Right. Okay. So, Jimmy, let me just first address this by saying upgrading from the Mark II to the Mark IV is going to be like going from a donkey to a rocket ship.
It's a huge upgrade. From the 2 to the 3 is a big upgrade.
Yeah, the 2 to the 4 you're gonna be so thrilled with the 5D4 if you get it, because it is a fantastic, beautiful little workhorse of a camera. Now, that being said, I don't know that it's really going to depend on the work that you do, because remember, with the EOS R, if you're a wedding photographer, it's only got the one SD card slot instead of 2 slots and stuff like that. So I don't think that this generation of cameras coming out, first of all, you're going to need to go mirrorless, and if you're going to go mirrorless, you might as well go in and then start picking up those lenses, because everything is going to be there in 5 years. That being said, if you get a 5D Mark IV, that is going to last you. It's not going to last you forever. Those, I'm upgrading camera bodies every 4 or 5 years, and by the time you are done with that 5D4, there will be better and higher end levels of those mirrorless cameras for you to go with. However, the EOS R has some really, really cool stuff about it, and I think it would be comparable. You're not going to save much on weight by the time you add all the lenses to it, but it's got some really, really neat features, and if you're going to go mirrorless. Otherwise, I think that the 4 is an incredible camera. The R is going to be... it's going to be really, really great in a lot of ways. It's got the eye tracking and face tracking and stuff, and it's got some really fantastic features, including the -6 stops focusing. So it's going to be really good at low light focusing if that's what you're thinking. And it would probably be a better camera for video because it's got that fully articulating screen, which is really, really nice. The 5D4 screen is just flush. It doesn't tilt. It doesn't dip. It doesn't do anything. It's really, I don't think you can go wrong either way personally, but if you're just trying to save some money, because I believe the 5D4 is still $3,000. Right. And the with the adapter, you're going to pay $24 or whatever for the EOS R. And then, I don't know. I
think what you said originally is the big selling point. What do you plan on shooting? Because I can tell you, if it's me and I'm doing weddings and events still, I'm absolutely going with the 4. I'm going with the Mark IV because I need the 2 cards. I need the speed of it. I need etc. But if I was doing studio pictures and headshots and that sort of thing, I would make the jump to the R. You're probably, I'm going to be shooting tethered a lot anyway, so I don't necessarily need the second card, and that's the future. And so I would make that jump now, and like you said, I'd sell off my lenses. I would start buying the lenses specifically for the camera, and etc. But as an event photographer, I still think that the DSLRs are better, unless maybe you're going to the Sony.
Now, you're not going to be able to shoot pro with the EOS R without the adapter, just because the lens, the variety of lenses isn't there yet.
Right.
And so that's going to happen over the next few years. I think you're safe to go without going mirrorless yet if you're staying with Canon, but I don't think you'd regret the R. And if you're doing video, I think you'll be happier with the R, a little bit lighter. And my feedback that I'm getting from a lot of places about the new lens systems is that once you start working with these lenses that are built for mirrorless cameras, that you will never ever want to go back.
Hey guys, Gary here. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here. You can check out some awesome new videos here, and go into the description of this video and you can get a link to where you can subscribe to the podcast and listen to the entire episode. We'd love to see you there. Thanks for watching.